Thanks for watching County Report this week. I'm Susan Kennedy. County Executive Ike Leggett and several council members joined the county's Worker Safety and Health Commission at a public hearing on the challenges faced by immigrant workers. Lorna Virgili tells us that one of the main challenges is to have those workers report safety violations. Lorna?
Susan, according to OSHA, 13 people die daily on the job in the United States. Now, that rate is much higher for Hispanics. That's why this forum was about creating awareness about the immigrant worker. The main testimony came from Juana Maria Molina, widow of Orlando Hernandez, an immigrant worker who died on the job last year while he was climbing a ladder to trim a tree while working as a day laborer. County Executive Ike Leggett participated in a public hearing held by the county's Worker Safety and Health Commission. The hearing came at a time when Montgomery County adopted regulations strengthening worker health and safety on county-funded construction projects.
Every job in our community ought to be a safe job. Many of the most hazardous jobs in Montgomery County today are done by immigrant workers. County government projects aside, Montgomery County does not have the responsibility for assuring safety and health in the workplace. This is a state responsibility, but we can help monitor the state and make certain that they do their job. Still, we can require companies bidding for county contracts to have a safe workplace, safety records, and safety programs in place that are meaningful, they're understandable, and that we can check and verify them.
One of the main problems seems to be that immigrant workers do not know the rights and become most vulnerable as they do not report hazardous work conditions that result in injuries or even death.
I think the core is there is a big issue out there about safety from a very vulnerable population, that is the day laborers. The issue that they don't have a steady job, that they change employers daily, put them in a high risk. I think that's the core, there is a problem. A bigger problem than if you just have one employer and you work for a big construction company. They are the day laborers. They are there making decisions about their safety every single day.
According to OSHA, the Federal Occupational Safety and Health Administration, Hispanics are dying on the job at a higher rate, at about 12 lives lost per week at the national level. This because they don't know how to report or file safety violation complaints.
We're actually interested in learning of other ways that we could possibly be helping, but we are translating our information, our publications in various languages to reach out. We're very interested in getting the words of worker rights out.
The existing challenge continues to be that immigrant workers do not exercise their workplace rights. Things as simple as asking for protective equipment or safety devices. For County Report this week, I'm Lorna Virgili.
The County Council has voted on a controversial measure that would protect displaced service workers. The bill would require successor contractors to retain certain workers for 90 days after taking over the contract. Supporters of the bill say it protects those low-wage earners from unemployment.
What this bill does essentially is following the District of Columbia, which has had this bill on the books for 18 years. And it essentially says that if a contractor decides to fire a group of workers, in order for them to do that, they have to give the workers a 90-day notice of intent to get rid of them. And so we thought this was just a very modest approach to putting a base underneath the most vulnerable workers in our community. These are workers that are just above the minimum wage, who have to work 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet. And so we were very happy to be able to pass this legislation today.
As part of Hispanic Heritage Month, students at Quince Orchard High School held a ceremony in a packed gymnasium to celebrate. Statistics show Montgomery County is now a majority-minority county, and at Quince Orchard, 21% of the students are Latino. Our videographer Mike Springerth was there for the festivities, and he brings us this report.
There's a new club that we have here. It's called Adelante. It means moving forward. And the kids wanted to bring forward the importance of their cultural heritage and show the school how proud they are of their Hispanic heritage today. As we all know, the population in Montgomery County has changed tremendously, and there's a great increase of Hispanic residents in the county. And as a teacher, it's important for me to motivate my students. And one of the ways that students are motivated is by realizing that they belong in the environment. Having their culture represented in an assembly like this makes them feel proud, and so therefore motivates them to achieve more in school and in life in general.
I'm Renzo Reyes. I am the president of Adelante. We've dedicated ourselves to helping Hispanic students, the whole Latino community, to try to be more involved in the school system, and so that we can help them better their grades, get more SSL hours, help them understand the college application process better. We put together an assembly, which is called the Hispanic Heritage Assembly. Stress that the Latino community is very powerful, very influential.
That there are people in this very school that believe in you. And I want to tell you that I believe in you. Adelante believes in you. The administration believes in you and believes that you can succeed in life.
But we can only go forward and enhance our quality of life if we do that together. If we do that by having mutual respect for one another. If we do that by understanding the contributions that we all make. If we do that because we believe that as a community, together, we can make a positive difference. This assembly and those who've organized this morning will go a long ways in making certain you do this. Have a wonderful morning. Congratulations. And I look forward to come back to the Cougar Dome and to see you again. Thank you very much.
Toxic sediment in 2 county stormwater lakes has prompted council members to pass a bill that bans the use of coal tar driveway sealants. The measure is the work of Councilmember Craig Rice. He says toxins in the sediment of Lake Whetstone and Gunners Lake are most likely the result of runoff from pavement sealed with coal tar products.
When you look at what the dangers of elevated levels of PAHs are, they're very, very clear. You know, cancer-causing carcinogens are something that we don't want to have in our community. And so, you know, while True Value and Home Depot and Lowe's have already said, look, these are things that we don't want to have on our shelves, it's important for us as a county to say, look, this is something that we don't want to have on our streets as well or in our neighborhoods.
SAT results were released nationally last week, and it was great news for Montgomery County Public Schools. Here's the story from MCPS TV.
Students in the class of 2012 have set a new record for Montgomery County Public Schools, producing the district's highest ever SAT scores. With a combined average score of 1651, MCPS students far outranked their state and national peers on the college entrance exam. The average score nationally was 1498, while the average Maryland score was 1487. The district's SAT performance was strong across all racial groups. African American and Hispanic graduates made strong gains, outperforming their peers in the state and the nation.
So we're seeing increased participation, particularly by kids who have traditionally not taken the exams. When I say traditionally, I mean across the country. And we're seeing some great results. So we still have a long way to go, but I'm really, really proud of our folks.
MCPS schools have used numerous strategies to get these outstanding results. At Gaithersburg High School, scores rose 16 points over the previous year, and more students took the exam.
We attribute the success on the SATs to being very strategic and intentional in our supports for our students here at Gaithersburg High School.
Having all of the pieces together, and it's really a team effort so that the students feel that the school is behind them 100%.
How many people in here have taken the SAT?
There is a culture of high expectations and collaboration at Gaithersburg, and students there know that their teachers, counselors, and administrators will provide them with the support and resources they need to prepare them for success on the test, in school, and beyond.
They give you all the tools. It really comes down to the student using those tools and exercising his right to move, or his or her right to move on from this point to the next.
While these high scores are a key indicator that MCPS is on the right path in preparing its students for success, for Gaithersburg High School, it is a point of pride for the school and its community.
This is exciting news for our school community, and when we talk about Trojan pride is on the rise, this is what we mean.
MCPS cites a SAT score of 1650 as one of the several key indicators that students are on the path to success in college and the workplace. Still to come on County Report this week, we'll show you how the arts in the county are supporting economic development. And an update on how the city of Rockville is working to control the white-tailed deer population. We'll be right back. On Sunday, October 21st, downtown Wheaton will once again be transformed into a vibrant international village for the 4th annual World of Montgomery Festival. This free outdoor event features entertainment for the whole family that celebrates, explores, and shares the rich cultural heritage of Montgomery County. The festival takes place 1 block from the metro station at Grandview Avenue and Reedy Drive from noon to 5 p.m. For more information, visit our website at worldofmontgomery.com.
Election day is fast approaching. Is your voter registration accurate and up to date? Has your name or address changed? Go to 777vote.org or call 240-777-VOTE to check your current registration. Deadline is October 16th at 9 p.m. And if you can't make it to the polls on Election Day or during early voting, absentee ballots are available now. Just go to our website and submit an application. Remember, your time, your voice, your vote.
Welcome back to County Report this week. Montgomery County's Arts and Economic Prosperity 4 Summit was held on September 19th in Silver Spring. MyMC Media's Sonia Burke was there and she has the story. Sonia?
I'm in downtown Silver Spring for the Arts and Economics Summit, where the hot topic is the financial impact of the arts on Montgomery County. Dozens of representatives from local nonprofits gathered with local county and state officials at the headquarters of United Therapeutics for the summit. There they learned that the nonprofit arts and cultural industry generate $151 million in annual economic activity in Montgomery County. The headline of the summit: the arts mean business.
The arts and humanities are an economic driver, and that we are an important sector that's driving the economy, bringing $151 million in new revenue to the county, employing over 3,000 employees. I mean, that's huge.
It is very important that we not only highlight arts for art's sake, but we also highlight arts as a tool of job creation, growing the tax base and supporting our community.
Montgomery County has 3 of the state's 19 designated arts and entertainment districts and some 450 arts and humanities groups.
The county's 3 arts and entertainment districts are located in Bethesda, Silver Spring, and Wheaton, and officials say the districts are helping spur redevelopment.
Bethesda just won the Outstanding Award this year, Outstanding Achievement Award. And they won that because they successfully attracted 17 new businesses and 15 retailers to that area. Now, that's a place that's growing. That's a place I want to visit.
County Council member Valerie Irvin said she supports the idea of bringing artists together with businesses to build more vibrant communities.
But we all have the same sort of common ground in terms of building a more vibrant community. And so that's what this conversation was about, and I thought it was excellent, and I hope to see more of this.
For County Report this week, in Silver Spring, I'm Sonia Burke reporting.
We're joined now by Montgomery County Police Captain Paul Starks, who's here with some information on a homicide that recently took place in Wheaton. Captain, what can you tell us about this crime?
On Saturday, September 22nd, in the early morning hours, Rocio Nicare Morcello was stabbed in her stairwell in her apartment on Georgian Way in Wheaton. Detectives soon learned that it was her boyfriend that had committed the crime and obtained an arrest warrant for him. On Tuesday, September 25th, he was detained in Miami, Florida.
So this sounds to me like it was a domestic violence situation. Is that correct?
That's correct. We do want to use this time to let everyone in the community know that the Family Justice Center is available for domestic violence type crimes and questions 24/7. You can go there with your kids, you can go there with a friend, but folks who believe that they're in a situation where they want some questions answered should utilize this resource.
So this man is in custody in Florida. Do we know if he's going to be extradited up here to Montgomery County?
He injured himself pretty badly and is in the hospital now, but once he gets medically cleared, the extradition process will begin.
Okay, and again, that Family Justice Center is a great resource for folks. We got the information up on our screen, and it's a 24-hour hotline people can call if they feel that they are in an emergency situation. Thank you very much, Captain Paul Starks, Montgomery County Police.
Thank you.
Rockville is moving forward to implement recommendations to study the white-tailed deer situation in the city, and they are partnering with the county to do it. Our Rockville 11's Bridget Breuer has the story.
As part of the recommendations from the city's White-tailed Deer Task Force, Rockville is moving forward with implementing a camera survey to study the deer population.
Hey, we're heading down to calling this Area 1, which is the center of a 100-acre plot in the city of Rockville. And we're going to put some corn out to bait the deer to come in so we can do a deer camera survey.
Parks and Facilities Supervisor Mark Kibolowski has been setting up a trial run of the cameras to get ready for the actual data collection in December.
The camera's an infrared camera. It'll take, you can set it, for timestamp it, but you also get, you can set it for particular intervals.
The cameras will photograph deer within a particular area, which will then provide data on the amount of the deer per acre and per square mile within the city in that particular area. This camera survey is part of the direction given by the mayor and council in December after the White-tailed Deer Task Force made their recommendations. The city is also under guidance by the Montgomery County Deer Working Group to study the deer population. Once the camera survey is completed with the guidance of the county's wildlife biologists, the data will be reviewed and an annual report will be given. To learn more about the city's White-tailed Deer Management Plan, go online to rockvillemd.gov and search deer.
About 20% of Montgomery County schools have edible gardens as part of their school program. These programs allow students to use the food they harvest from their gardens to either eat in events at the school or to donate to local food pantries. Councilmember Valerie Irvin gave us an update on efforts to expand this program.
I'm just encouraging the school system to think bigger. Right now, it's based on individual schools and what champions are moving forward in the school that will say, well, we'll take this on, but we want it to be bigger than that. We want it to be sort of a top-down, county-wide approach to edible gardens, and where they can partner with the Parks Department, we're hoping that they engage in community gardens where parks are next to schools. And so 2 years ago we started with this conversation. As you know, the Parks Department has done amazing work on community gardens throughout the county. And so we're hoping that the school system continues to think big.
When we come back, we'll tell you how the Planning Department is working to increase our county's tree canopy. And a groundbreaking exhibit wraps up at Montgomery College when County Report This Week continues.
Shelters are the best places to find a new pet. You little rascal. That's where you'll discover healthy, loyal, and loving animals. Oh, ladies first. Eager to become a part of your family. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back. Recently, urban planners took a look at this county's existing tree cover to see where improvements could be made. The analysis found that there is a significantly lower amount of trees in our urban neighborhoods than in most surrounding suburbs. So, officials at the Planning Department are being proactive in addressing this issue. Downtown Silver Spring should look a bit greener in the coming years. That's because the planning department is giving away free trees and 2 years worth of maintenance to qualifying property owners.
So what we want to do is increase the total urban canopy so that when you look down from an aerial photo, you actually see no gaps in between the trees. You see tree canopy only. So what we're trying to do is fill in the gaps. And in an urban area, we don't have that many places that are prime, ready to go for planting. But if you look here, you can see that there's a ready planting bed, and we could plant trees. We could maybe plant 3 or 4 trees in this area, and that would shade the sidewalk, create a more desirable location so people would actually feel more comfortable walking up and down or bicycling, running, doing activities on these sidewalks.
Well, we did do an analysis of the entire county looking at canopy. If you look around, it's not very inviting, and in warm weather, it is actually oppressive and uncomfortable. But if you could imagine planting trees even in these empty parking lot islands around the perimeter, think of large canopy trees that could turn a parking lot into an area that's actually pretty inviting.
Shades of Green is a pilot program that is paid through the Forest Conservation Fund, which is made up of contributions paid during the development process as compensation for tree loss. We love trees! By partnering with property owners to plant trees, planners hope to not only beautify urban districts, but also to benefit the economy.
It's proven that people like to linger where there are trees, and so if you have shops close by, people will stop and buy, or if you have a cafe, they like being around a tree, so they'll stop for a cup of coffee. So there are economic benefits as well.
The program will make its start in Silver Spring and eventually end up in Montgomery Hills and the Wheaton Central Business District. In this first phase, planners hope to plant at least 24 trees on public and private property.
If a private property owner has a site that they feel may be suitable, it might be a grass plot area, and has a planting depth of a reasonable amount, then we'll come out and look at the site and determine whether or not the tree has a chance of surviving.
The 5th Annual National Immigrant Integration Conference took place this year in Baltimore. Hosted by the National Partnership for New Americans, the conference is the largest, convening immigrant integration leaders and advocates from across the country. It's designed to take the public dialogue on immigration beyond enforcement and ensure that immigrants have the opportunity to become integral members of the community. Montgomery County participated, showcasing its Welcome Back Center as a key component in helping foreign professionals find the path to validating their professional titles in Maryland.
People are absolutely interested in getting Welcome Back Centers in other jurisdictions. We are very fortunate to have one of 10 Welcome Back Centers in our Montgomery County. We're serving Maryland and other jurisdictions in the metropolitan area. And it's really impactful. One of the things that happen every time I go to a conference or I talk to other people is, how do I make it work? How does this happen? And can you help us make it grow? So it really puts Montgomery County at the forefront in the nation to be able to assist other jurisdictions in bringing in their own Welcome Back Centers and supporting the contributions of immigrants.
The county's Welcome Back Center is operated by the Department of Health and Human Services, offering classes and training to immigrant professionals so they can continue their career in the state. A groundbreaking photo and written word exhibit at Montgomery College has just closed with a gala reception, and MCTV's Michael Brown was there. Here's his report.
The exhibit, Portraits of Life, LGBT Stories of Being, celebrates the human experience and the rich diversity of the county. And it was fitting that Montgomery College hosted its first showing.
It is a wonderful evening to gather as we celebrate the power of being true to oneself, to being comfortable in your own skin, and of embracing, empowering, and expressing who we really are and using that conviction as a source of personal and community strength and betterment. Now, I think that probably sounds a little familiar to a few of you, and I hope that it does. In fact, it's actually the mission of Montgomery College.
She also paid tribute to the subjects of the exhibit.
We have shined the spotlight on individuals who are proud of who they are, who love their story, and are unashamed to share that, even while that may have been a journey for them to do so.
And the subjects featured in the exhibit reflected on being a part of it.
I think part of my message is that we all have a story and we're all no different from each other, but at the same time, I do think it's important to celebrate the LGBT diversity that we have.
I think it's really important that it's an eclectic group of people, lots of different professions represented, politicians, a police officer. So it really shows that Montgomery County is a very accepting place to be.
Another subject of the exhibit, Jeffrey Slavin, was honored because a grant from his family foundation made it all possible.
I want to congratulate my colleagues who were portrayed along with me and thank them all for all they have done to make our county such a desirable place to live. So let's have a round of applause for them. And I feel extra special to be the recipient of this great honor and attention tonight. And I urge everyone here today to talk to others about the show, get involved in some way with the college, and continue to educate your friends and family about the value of every human being, especially those with an alternative sexual orientation. Thank you.
For County Report This Week in Tacoma Park, Silver Spring, I'm Michael Brown.
Enjoy the food.
Don't go away, because when we come back, Kathy Stanhope will be here with our Pet of the Week. We'll be right back.
Learn all about college scholarships and how to find and win them on October 13th at the College Scholarship Conference sponsored by Montgomery College, the Universities of Shady Grove, and the county school system. Online registration is strongly recommended. MC's Cultural Arts Center on the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus has scheduled an impressive array of programs for the fall season. From an introduction to opera to a special Hanukkah celebration, there's a performance for every member of the family. Check out the program calendar online. MC will join millions for the Great Southeast Shakeout on October 18th. Students, faculty, and staff will drop, cover, and hold on during a 1-minute drill that teaches how to protect yourself in the event of an earthquake. For more information about the endless possibilities at your community college, visit our website.
Welcome back to County Report. On October 5th, the county will host the 6th Annual Health and Wellness Fair at the Silver Spring Civic Building. Councilmember George Leventhal chairs the council's Health and Human Services Committee, and he told us what will be offered at this year's fair.
There's 2 local Silver Spring businesses that have sponsored this health fair. This is the 6th year now. It's free, it's open to the public. It's all day long on Friday, October the 5th in the Silver Spring Civic Building. You can get a blood pressure test, you can get an HIV test, you can get stress tests, a variety of ways to just check in. You can get a dental screening. You can get information about fitness and nutrition. There will be exercise counseling. It'll be a variety of booths and tables and structured discussion all day long. You can just drop in anytime.
It's time for our Pet of the Week segment with Kathy Stanhope.
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society. And we are here with Michaela. She is a cute little girl. She's about a 2-year-old Manchester Terrier mix. And as you can see, she's an eyebrow dog. She has the most adorable, outstanding eyebrows. And she's a love. She likes everybody. She likes kids. She likes dogs. She really is a sweetheart. She's very affectionate. She likes to cuddle. She unfortunately was given up by a previous owner who could no longer take care of her. So we do know a fair amount about her. She is not spayed, but she will be spayed upon adoption, and she really wants to go home with you. She's a very affectionate little girl, and she's really looking for a home of her own. And remember, we're doing our Rachel Ray $100,000 challenge right now. It goes until October 31st. We are really trying to adopt out 300 dogs and cats, more than we did for the same time last year. So come on down and help us. We want to win that $100,000. We want to get at least part of it. We wanted to adopt out way more dogs and cats than we did last year. So come down and visit Michaela and her other friends at the animal shelter in Rockville, or visit us on the web at mchumane.org, or give us a call at 773-5967.
Well, that does it for this edition of County Report This Week. Be sure to tune in again next week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Susan Kennedy. Have a great week.